Hey, what's up you guys, and welcome back to Cool Gadgets. Today we'll be reviewing the LUMOPAL 300 portable power station, the little box that fights the power. I'm Shannon, and I hope you're plugged in and fully charged because today we're going to be taking a look at what LUMOPAL's most compact power station is capable of. So let's get into it. And so here we are with the LUMOPAL 300. LUMOPAL has quite a few different models, and this one here is the 300 model. The 300 in the product name is referring to the max AC output, which is 300 watts. Each model has a different capacity, and the higher the capacity means a bigger battery at a higher price. For those of you that don't know, and maybe you're looking into purchasing your first power station, max AC output refers to the maximum power that can be delivered by the power plug shaped port. So now we're reviewing the 300 model, and because this is the smallest power station in the series, the AC port is the best suited for smaller electronics that won't surpass 300 watt max. So if you aren't really sure how much 300 watts is, a phone charger has a wattage of 5 to 25 watts, a laptop charger somewhere between 45 and 100 watts, and a hairdryer will have a wattage of 800 watts or more. So yeah, safe to say you won't be powering hairdryers with the LUMOPAL 300, but something like a photography lighting setup or portable cooler is fair game. Now let's take a look at LUMOPAL 300's other specs. There are 9 ports, 2 DC PV inputs, 2 DC outputs, 1 car socket, 3 USB outputs, 1 USB-C output, and 2 AC outputs. So taking each port's maximum output into account, I think this is a pretty good setup for powering basic electronics and charging phones. The LUMOPAL 300 weighs 8 pounds, and it's lightweight enough to carry around without much of a burden. It also comes with a solar panel, which you can use to charge the battery. A DC adapter will work too if you can't use the solar power. With 1 hour of charge, the LUMOPAL 300 will get to about 80% battery, which is fairly quick. Though it's not quite the fastest out there. You'll still be able to get a good amount of juice in there if you need to pack up and charge the LUMOPAL 300 in a hurry. So that's always a good thing. As an added feature that you might not know about, there's actually a full LED screen on the back, and it's pretty bright. Now we have some electronics plugged in. Right away, I can tell that it's not very noisy. In fact, there's no noise at all. This power station doesn't use a fan, so that's what keeps it so quiet. There's also the display here, which shows you how much power is left in the battery, the current output, and how much time until the battery needs to be recharged. So yeah, it does work just as it was advertised. My electronics are juiced up and everything is working fine. So what did I think? So first things first, the maximum output of 300 is a bit low. Like I said before, if you need to power something like a hairdryer, this won't cut it. But also, a low output isn't necessarily a bad thing. Because the higher the output, the bigger and more expensive a power station becomes. In the past, we reviewed the Mjolnir power station on this channel, and that thing could power 2 hairdryers, but it was also huge, easily 5 times heavier than the LUMOPAL 300. And that came with a big price tag too, that ran close to $2,000. But even though that product was heavy and expensive, there are people who need something like that for the environment that they're in and the devices that they have to operate. So the point that I'm trying to make is which power station is best for you will depend on what electronics you're carrying, what you're doing, where you're going, and how much weight you can carry, all that stuff. And so far, if you're in the market for a smaller size power station to power essentials on the go, the LUMOPAL 300 is a great choice. Think like if you're going on a camping trip and you want to just keep everyone's phones charged and keep the lights on. In that case, it makes sense to bring a light and inexpensive power station like LUMOPAL that doesn't go overkill on the specs. So yeah, considering the competitive specs and that affordable price, just $250 on their website, I think the LUMOPAL 300 is well worth checking out for sure. Alright, that was LUMOPAL 300. You can find the link in the description down below, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Until next time, I'm Shannon, and I'll see you on the next one.